Clinton administration, and the second one is Obama. Because Obama is related to it, because imagine down the road, instead of talking about North Korea, now we're talking about Iran, because that's where Clinton administration gave us a diplomatic solution. The brainiacs, the sophisticates, the cosmopolitans, yes, and throughout the years, led by Bill Richardson, who was one of the, apparently a North Korean expert, ambassador to the UN for Clinton, did a number of things. We need to batten this down, too, because there are two different administrations that have a role in leading this the Korea situation administration, and the second one is Obama. Because Obama is related to it, because imagine down the road, instead of talking about North Korea, now we're talking about Iran, because that's where we're headed. Told throughout the Clinton administration that we were safe, that we had negotiated. Madam Albright was also a significant role player here. There isn't a military solution. There isn't a solution that resides in alpha male behavior. I mean, they were told pajama boys have been evolving for quite a while. They came to fruition in full maturity during the Obama administration, but they were actually blossoming, shall we say, during the Clinton 90s. Alpha male behavior, that is not the solution. No, that will not accomplish it. All that will do is irritate and provoke the North Koreans. We don't dare do that. So brilliant, smart people, the same people that have been telling us how to get peace in the Middle East and who have been failing to do it our entire lives, were telling us they and they alone were the same experts who only could bring peace with North Korea. Only the same kind of striped pants, diplomacy, spoken word doctors, nurses, and clean water negotiations could limit the behavior of clinically insane people like Kim Jong-un and Pat Jong-un and all the other Jong-uns. And look where we are today, while we are now building nuclear weapons. Anyway, got to hear this bite. Russia story. There isn't anything there anyway, and it's as time goes by, nothing that has been alleged has any evidence behind it. And look, it's only human nature. Nobody can continue with an emotionally filled reservoir indefinitely. At some point, enthusiasm for even your most loved thing, even your most appreciated thing. They've been at this now basically intensely for 7 or 8 months, and even longer than that if you count the run-up period going back to the 2016 campaign election. After the election, when the Clinton campaign signaled that that was going to be their area of focus, and it didn't end, and it didn't lighten up, it didn't let go, it went on and on and on for months. Story fueled by anonymous sources and illegal leaks, and even those contain no evidence. They simply haven't turned up any evidence. The story was beginning to fade away. And then this North Korea thing happens, and I will guarantee you something, folks. Guarantee you, the anti-Trumpists, wherever they are, whether they be in the Washington establishment or anywhere, the last thing they want is for an external event to pop up that would allow Trump to behave in such a way to project American power in a way that would unite the American people behind his effort or the cause. And as you know, as in the case of 9/11, after that event happened, the country was unified for a couple weeks until the Democrats decided it was time to break away and blame Bush for it. The never-Trumpers want. They don't want anything happening. And external events like the Norks they can't control. So this Nork thing continues to build. The little pot-bellied dictator keeps launching his missiles. And we had a story yesterday. We are now making missile-ready nuclear weapons, miniaturized nuclear warheads that can fit inside its missiles. And the information here provided by U.S. intelligence officials. In other words, the Trump administration didn't officially announce this. It was more of the same. Essentially confirmed it, however, with their following behavior. Came on the heels of another intelligence assessment that sharply raises the official estimate of the total number of bombs in North Korea's atomic arsenal. U.S. Calculated last month that up to 60 nuclear weapons are now controlled by the North Korean potbelly dictator Kim Jong-un. Well, with the Russia story, and by the way, don't misunderstand me. I'm talking about as a media event. I'm not saying that Mueller is relaxing or letting go of it. I'm strictly speaking as a media event. It was beginning to wane. Human nature. Mueller isn't leaking anything he's learned here. They are leaking that they raided Manafort's house, for example. Then this North Korea thing rears its head, and this is the last thing that the anti-Trumpers and never-Trumpers want. Anything that would allow Trump to behave as a unifying, strong, and steadfast leader, that can't be tolerated. So when the Nork situation happens, guess what's leaked? The Manafort raid. And what's put right back on the front pages? What's the lead at the Drudge Report today? FBI, Manafort raided bank records. Raid happened back on July 26th. It must really be bad. Kim Jong-un is insane. Now Trump, oh my gosh, is two insane people? Oh, and that's how they're going to try to portray his policy in North Korea. They're already doing it. They're trying to blame for his fire and fury comments last night Kim Jong-un's further saber-rattling. They're trying to blame Trump for the way the North Koreans are acting. It's unstable. Trump doesn't understand. He's not sophisticated or cosmopolitan enough. Trump doesn't know that you just don't go out and taunt these lunatics. You just don't try to alpha mail them off the front page. You just don't do it. Because of the things. But I'll tell you, Rex Tillerson, you heard what Tillerson's saying? Tillerson says, sleep easy. There's nothing here. There's about it. And mind here, the North Koreans have been who they are for months. The North, it's not got anything really new in it on either side, good or bad. Nothing new, but you write a story making it look like, oh my gosh, the 60 miniature nuke warheads, oh no! And himself is a lunatic like this guy is, and the evidence for that is Trump's talking big with this guy, and it's just further stoking this guy. He's threatening this guy. He's challenging this guy. Trump's going to be responsible for if there's any warfare that breaks out. Then they take that and they go back to the Russia story. Here's what I said about this back on April 11th on this program. This little Kim guy has been launching his putrid little missiles trying to hit us for how many years now, and then his father prior to that. And they keep plunking in the Pacific Ocean someplace. Look, keep aiming, little Kim. I think our message is keep aiming, little Kim. And if you get close to us, you're going to pay the price for it. Taken out years ago. Clinton should have taken him out. You remember Madeleine Albright? And so said about the North Koreans, and then it continued with the Bush administration really just huffed and puffed. I think what Trump is employing, and you leftists thought a lot, I think Trump is employing the madman strategy. These are genuine madmen in North Korea. These people are literally off the charts insane. Something as simple as inbreeding, who the hell knows? These people are odd. So Trump may be thinking, you know what, I'm going to make them think I'm unpredictable. I'm going to make them think that I am a madman. I'm going to reverse the table on them. I'm going to think I'm the one that's unpredictable because they have been able to launch their putrid little missiles here for decades with the knowledge that nobody's going to do anything about it. Understand. Fire and fury rather than please don't. We need a new round of bilateral talks. Unilateral isn't going to do it. We need bilateral talks. This has been, and it's gotten us nowhere. In fact, it's lost us ground because now the little guy may actually have some warheads that are nuclear. For a while, Madeleine Albright, Bill Clinton, Bill Richardson, they were promised ramp up our power grid. Same exact thing the Iranians told Obama. This situation, we're going to, in a few years, except for North Korea, it's going to be Iran. And we're going to go through this all over again. Realized miniaturized nuclear warheads that'll fit inside. Wait a minute! Wait a minute! They said that they were just going to build up their power. Well, I know, and that was the agreement. But look, you see how history repeats itself here. I guarantee you, ideological thinking behind it. Bill Clinton, Barack Obama. We can try. We are superior at diplomacy. We're the greatest. We understand. And we're made fools of. We're mocked just in a feverish, vaporish state that they're panicked. Trump's talking to them. To those of you who were listening to your local news in the top of the hour break, let me guess what it is, if you get any of that. When they got to the local news, the first national story you heard about on your local news just now was the Manafort raid by the FBI, and then they went to North Korea, right? News, mutual news, whoever does local news now for these affiliates at the top of the hour, whoever it is, I guarantee you that the Manafort raid by the FBI, July 26th, was the lead story in your local newscast, followed by whatever's going on in North Korea. Russia story was starting to fade, meaning daily leaks, meaning the 5 p.m. bombshell every day. They're starting to fade. The Mueller investigation isn't, don't misunderstand, I'm talking mistake. And then this North Korea thing happened, saying that they have developed 60 miniaturized nuclear warheads that will fit inside their missiles. Action from our government, from Trump, from a number of people, and the establishment, the swamp, whatever you want to call them. Hey, Jose, are we going to allow Trump to appear presidential, to act presidential, to coalesce, to be a leader and assemble Americans? But we're not going to let this happen. So here, pre-dawn raid, it made it look like it happened overnight. It actually was on July 26th. That's how it happens. A story. We need to batten this down, too, because there are 2 different administrations that have a role in leading this the Korea situation where it is. And the first one is the Bill Clinton administration, and the second one is Obama. Because Obama is related to it, because imagine down the road, instead of talking about North Korea, now we're talking about Iran, because that's where we're a diplomatic solution. The brainiacs, the sophisticates, the cosmopolitans. Yes. They all have said throughout the years, led by Bill Richardson, who was one of the negotiators, apparently a North Korean expert, the ambassador to the UN for Clinton, did a number of things, including he had a private email server, kind of like Hillary did back in the day. Anyway, we were told throughout the Clinton administration that we were safe, that we had negotiated. Madam Albright was also a significant role player here. And we had been told that diplomacy was the only solution here. There isn't a military solution. There isn't a solution that resides in alpha male behavior. I mean, it was all through the 90s, evolving for quite a while. They came to fruition in full maturity during the Obama administration, but they were actually blossoming, shall we say, during the Clinton 90s on the liberal Democrat side. And they kept telling us, you know, a brusque behavior, tough talk, alpha male behavior, that is not the solution. No, that will not accomplish it. All that will do will serve to irritate and provoke the North Koreans. We don't dare do that. So we got negotiation, and so we got diplomacy. So we got all the brilliant, smart people, the same people that have been telling us how to get peace in the Middle East, and who have been failing to do it our entire lives, who only could bring peace with